What is up, awesome people of the internet? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of Quita in the Mornings. Because my name is Quita, and we are in the mornings, and we are talking about some women's hoops. Today is Friday, so happy Friday, everybody. We made it to the end of the week. So exciting to hear that we are at Friday. So anyway, hopefully y'all have a not so terrible day ahead of y'all in terms of work and all that other stuff. But before you get into your day fully, let's talk about some women's hoops. So make sure to grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your orange juice, whatever you got to get, grab some water, and let's get into it. So first, we're going to talk about three things in this stream. We're going to talk about three things. That is the hope. We'll see if we can get to everything. The first thing we want to talk about is how it all ends tonight. Y'all saw the title of the stream. I called it that because for 4 programs, it is ending tonight. It is ending tonight, guys. The season has reached tournament time. Yes, we've had teams exit already, right? We first started off with 68 teams, then we went to 64, then we went to 32. Now we are at 16, and before today and tomorrow are over, we are going to go to 8. This is where it gets down to the nitty gritty, where we will not see crazy blowouts anymore. The days of the blowouts are over, I think, I hope. And now we're going to see nitty gritty, down to the wire, games being decided by less than 5 points. We already saw some big games already. Probably the game of the tournament so far was Maryland versus Alabama in the second round. Like, that game was crazy, double overtime, like crazy game. But expect to see that a whole lot more, and expect for teams to give it literally all that they have, because it truly does end tonight. All right, let's actually talk about what we will see first up today. So again, we are in the Sweet 16, and we do have a couple of games that are happening today. First game starts at 1:30 p.m. and this is Central Time, so 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We will see North Carolina versus Duke. Now, this is going to be a fantastic game. I'm excited to ultimately see what happens. I do think ultimately Duke is going to pull out the dub, but this game is going to be absolutely fire. And I like that it's sort of like a stair step of sorts of impactful games, and it just keeps going up. So number one, first, North Carolina versus Duke. It's going to be a fun game. I do think Duke ultimately will take the dub, but we'll see what happens. We also will have number 4 versus number 1, Maryland versus South Carolina. That game is tipping off at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's about the time where a lot of people are getting off of work and all that good stuff. So yeah, expect to watch that game at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I do anticipate South Carolina is going to win this game. However, Maryland dug deep in their game against Alabama, and I'm just wondering, okay, well, is Cheyenne Sellers going to, absolutely take over like she did in that Bama game? I'm just saying, if that's the case, that could be pretty interesting. That could be pretty interesting. We also have LSU versus NC State. That game is a rematch from earlier this year where LSU beat NC State. So we'll ultimately see what LSU is able to do. That game is at 7:30 Eastern Time. 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time. That's going to be a fun game. Ultimately, I do think LSU is going to pull off that dub, mainly because of the three amigos and Flau'jae Johnson, Michaela Williams, and Anissa Mora. I think they're just going to be a little bit too much for NC State to handle. But NC State has the three amigos of their own. They got their own squad of hoopers that are going to try to technically it's not an upset because the Wolfpack are at the number 2 seed while LSU is the number 3 seed, but this team is a team that they got Madison Hayes, right? They got Isaiah James, and they have Sanaya Rivers. all three seniors who are ready to just put it all out on the line. Whatever they can do to get this dub, they will absolutely do. And Westmore is a really good coach, so I'm excited to see like the chess match between Westmore and Kim Mulkey in that game. All right, and then finally, to close out the day, we have at 10 p.m. Eastern time, super late, super late. Not as late for me because I'm Central, so 9 p.m. Central time. We have Ole Miss versus UCLA. The reason why it's so late is because it's on the West Coast, so you know. Those games are in Spokane. So LSU versus NC State and Ole Miss versus UCLA. Those games are in Spokane, and the other two games earlier in the day are in Birmingham. So that's the difference in terms of timing of these games. Ultimately, I do think UCLA is going to beat Ole Miss, but I do think that Ole Miss is about to. They about to make UCLA work for it all. They about to make them work for every single thing that they got. But hey, who knows? Anybody and everybody can get got. Who knows? UCLA could lose. South Carolina could lose. Duke could lose. We don't know. But my projections are my projections. I want to see what you all think about these games because it's about to be a fun ride. Now, guys, unfortunately, I cannot go live for the North Carolina versus Duke or Maryland versus South Carolina, but I can and will go live for LSU versus NC State. The reason why, and for those who are going to be like, you hate South Carolina because you're not going to go live for that game. I can't go live because I'm working at that time, so I cannot go live. Okay? I will stay up to date about what's happening, but I can't go live for that because I am working. So, no, there is no hate for South Carolina or Maryland or Duke or North Carolina. The reason why I will be doing a live stream for LSU versus NC State is because I am off of work. Okay? Not everything is a conspiracy. I'm just saying. I am just saying. And I would go live for UCLA versus Ole Miss, but unfortunately that game is just way too late. Like, I'll be watching it, but I'll probably be half falling asleep while watching it. So, like, I'm not going to do a stream for that. Okay? Okay. Great. Thank you. All right. And then tomorrow we do have some great games to watch as well, as we will see Notre Dame versus TCU. And I do plan on going live for that game. That game is happening tomorrow on Saturday. That game is at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 12 p.m. Central time. So I'm excited about that game. I will be going live for that game. Okay. Also, we will see Tennessee versus Texas as well on Saturday. That should be fun. That game is at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. We have Oklahoma versus UConn happening at 5:30. I keep wanting to say the Central time thing, but I keep remembering I have to do Eastern time for you guys. But all my times are in Central, so I have to mentally just add an hour to that. Anyway, we will see Oklahoma versus UConn at 5:30 Eastern time on Saturday. That's a game that I think I will go live for. TBD. Mainly because I have stuff I have to do on Saturday, so I gotta time it right so I can go get whatever I need to get done while also hopping on for this type of stuff. So yeah, we'll see. And we also have K-State versus USC. That's gonna be a really fun game. That game is at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. Okay, so it should be fun. I'm curious to hear what you all have to say. We're gonna get your projections and predictions for about 2 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next topic, mainly because I'm trying to not run out of time. All right, let's go. What do y'all have to say? GFB says, like the stream. If y'all could, yes, please. Please hit that like button. It really does help the channel out a whole lot. Thank you very much in advance. And also make sure to share this with folks. That really does help out a lot. Quinton says, I want to see more collabs with Mom and Pop. They will be back more for the WNBA season. They will be back for the WNBA season for sure. Michael is saying, go SEC till it's against LSU. You better make it known. You better make it known, Michael, that, hey, you rocking with the SEC until they play your team, and then it's all bets are off. It's all LSU from there. I love it. All right. Tisha says, I hope Ole Miss is well adjusted to the time. I want them to be a huge upset. I mean, I'm telling you, if they pull off an upset, OMG, man. I guarantee number one, Coach Yo is going to get some banger of transfers. I'm telling you that right now. She's going to get some great transfers already coming in for next season. But if they beat UCLA, you better watch out for Ole Miss, because they about to be an even bigger player in the transfer portal. Players want to go where, one, they can get NIL money, and also where they can be developed, also where they think they can make it far in the tournament. And if Ole Miss can make it to the Elite Eight this year, I think that'll be huge. I think that's just one other thing to get Ole Miss on the map for sure. Stern12, thank you so much for the super chat, says, but no Stephen A. Smith LeBron take. Please no, LOL. Nah, we're not doing it. I do have a take on that, but I'm not sharing it. Okay, I'm not sharing, mainly because, like, to be honest with you, this whole thing, like, it's a marketing ploy. I think that whole thing is a marketing ploy. Okay, it's all, in my opinion, done on purpose. Sure, are there actual feelings involved? Sure, but, like, no. Stephen A. is smart. He knows what to talk about to get his numbers up. Have y'all seen his ratings, the numbers for his YouTube show? And First Take has always been at the top. I'm just saying, all of this is a marketing ploy, and the fact that LeBron went on Pat McAfee, and, like, I'm serious, guys. This is it's all marketing, okay? And ESPN's in on it, the whole thing, okay? I'm just saying, because why would he go to Pat McAfee? That is on ESPN, and I'm just saying, it's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into that. I'm just anyway. Let's move on. Let's move on. But I have a whole bunch of takes on that. A whole bunch of takes, because interesting times. But marketing is everything, man. And the best marketing is when you don't actually believe it's marketing. I'm telling you guys. Because that's, I mean, you know, if I am advising them, that's what I would be advising. Controversy does sell. Okay, Tina is asking, what time do the games start today? Well, I just went over that, but just real quick, let's just go through it real quick. We got North Carolina versus Duke happening at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. We got Maryland versus South Carolina at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. We got LSU versus NC State at 7:30 Eastern Time. That is on ESPN. And we have Ole Miss versus UCLA at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? On ESPN. All right? Okay, so that is the thing. It all ends tonight. Somebody is going home. Very, very sad, but should be proud about how far they made it ultimately, because there can only be one. So whether or not you are leaving today, whether or not you're leaving on Monday, doesn't matter. You're still going home. Somebody has to go home, because there can only be one at the end of the day. Okay. All right. Next up, let's talk about Candace Parker.
With the first pick in the 2008 WNBA draft, the Los Angeles Sparks select Candace Parker from the University of Tennessee.
liken Candace Parker to when Lakers acquired Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, James Worthy. Well, we got all three of those players in one on one day on one draft.
Candace Parker. Parker, high left. To the rim, lays it up and in. You're gonna get a dunk here? Yes! She did it!
One of the most versatile players the league has ever seen.
Parker, oh, the block shot by CP. Candace Parker is possessed tonight.
A honor fit for a legend. Candace Parker is getting her jersey retired with the LA Sparks. And this is something that for sure was definitely coming soon, okay? So the LA Sparks announced yesterday that they are retiring Candace Parker's jersey. This is her legendary number 3 jersey. At halftime of the LA Sparks game against the Chicago Sky. That game is on June the 29th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, if you're curious about the Pacific time of that game. And the game is also against the Chicago Sky, which is what I love. I love this so much because, one, as someone who is a Sky fan, I love the fact that it's against the Sky, especially because, Candace ended up playing for the Chicago Sky for a good bit. She spent 2 seasons with the Chicago Sky after she left the LA Sparks. And guys, I just love it. I love it. If y'all have rocked with this channel for a while, you know that I am a huge Candace Parker fan. I think she is, from what I have seen, one of the greatest players ever to pick up a basketball. To me, there are 2 people at the players that I watched. My Mount Rushmore, there are 2 people at the top, at the tippy top, and that is Candace Parker and Lauren Jackson. Like those 2 best players I have actually seen in their prime ever. And I'm gonna just say I love the fact that they're going against the Chicago Sky for this game. Honestly, it's making me want to make a trip to Los Angeles to watch this game. Like I want to be able to see in person the jersey get lifted to the rafters for Candace Parker. So guys, Candace Parker will be joining Lisa Leslie and Penny Toller as 2 other players who have had their jerseys lifted up to the rafters at Crypto.com Arena, aka Staples Center. Now, here's the thing: for some of y'all who may not know about Candace Parker, I'm gonna just go through it real quick. Let me go through the greatness of Candace Parker. And I'm gonna skim the surface, okay? I'm gonna skim the surface because we can go on for forever. We can go on for forever when it comes to Candace Parker. Now, Candace Parker, if y'all don't know, she had a fantastic career at Tennessee, where she won national championships. She was coached by the greatest college coach to ever coach in the game, Pat Summitt. She was picked as the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft in 2008. Okay, so the 2008 draft, she, was officially done with college, went to the WNBA, got drafted by the LA Sparks, and oh my goodness, what came after that was legendary. Candace Parker, in her rookie season, guys, she dominated, okay? In her first game ever, Candace Parker's first game ever, 34 points, guys. She made her debut against the Phoenix Mercury, and she scored 34 points in that game. Yeah. Talk about amazing scoring. In her first game ever, 34 points. And she didn't let up. She ultimately finished her rookie season averaging 18.5 points a game, 9.5 rebounds a game, shooting 52% from the field in her rookie season. So, as a result of her not just being a phenomenal rookie, but a phenomenal player, in 2008, she won the Rookie of the Year, which no surprise at all. But she also won the league MVP as a rookie. This is the first and only time that has ever happened. Okay? So we talk about phenomenal players. There have been a lot of phenomenal players, but in a lot of aspects, Candace Parker was one of one. She was one of one. She was a multi-dimensional player. And in her rookie season, guys, she also became the second player to dunk in WNBA history. Okay? So not only did she win Rookie of the Year, not only did she win WNBA MVP, which is most valuable player, she also, about a month into her being in the WNBA, she also became the second player ever to dunk, behind the Lisa Leslie, right? Then Candace ends up having a baby, comes back, and is still a force to be reckoned with. Ultimately, Candace Parker finishes with 3 WNBA championships. She finishes with the finals MVP in 2016, which is the championship she won for the LA Sparks, right? That was when her and NECA were doing a thing with the LA Sparks. They won a championship in 2016. Candace Parker was a huge reason as to why they won that one. So finals MVP once, Rookie of the Year, 2-time league MVP, one as a rookie, the other time in 2013. She also won the 2020 WNBA Defensive Player of the Year. She is a 5-time All-Star. She was someone who could do a little bit of everything. And she wasn't done. Like, remember, guys, she retired last year because, she was rehabbing and she just felt like she couldn't do it. But if she wasn't injured, like, Candace Parker could have did another year if she wanted. I'm just saying. Candace Parker was absolutely phenomenal of a player. In terms of LA Sparks rankings, she is first in assists, second in rebounds for defensive rebounds, and also second in free throws made. She is third in points, steals, field goals made, field goal percentage, and 3-pointers made. She's third in 3-pointers made. And remember, guys, Candace Parker was a post player. I'm just saying. Like, all this stuff about post players doing all this stuff and rocking out. That's largely because she. It's largely because she could stretch the floor in a way that other bigs at the time couldn't really do. Now everybody can do it, but now it's not that big of a deal. But at the time, it was pretty great. So she's also someone who is fourth in games played for the Sparks and fourth in offensive rebounds. And so just flat out fantastic. Candace Parker is just amazing. Okay. Also, guys, if you want random facts, she is someone who won the Western Conference Player of the Week 26 times. Crazy. It's a lot of times. She also is the second. She also won the second most Conference Player of the Week awards that any player has garnered all time with one team. So she's just great. She's just great. And so when we talk about women's basketball, when we talk about where we are at now, when we talk about what players are doing now and all that good stuff, you have to honor the legends of the game. And one of the biggest legends of the game is Candace Parker. Candace Parker has done things that now seems mundane, now seems normal, now seems regular, but Candace Parker helped to change the way we played basketball. The way post players operated, Candace Parker helped to change that. This was the way that Candace Parker played on both the offensive and defensive end, the way that she really was a point forward in a lot of ways. That wasn't normal, guys. It wasn't normal at the time. Now you see a lot more of it. Now it seems mundane. Now it seems regular and all that good stuff. But yeah, I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. And now she's going to get the honor that she deserves. by getting her jersey retired. Now, remember, guys, as I said earlier, her jersey will be retired this year with the LA Sparks during halftime of the LA Sparks game against the Chicago Sky on June 29th. So it'll be awesome to see Candace get the true welcome and honor that she deserves. Because remember, guys, Candace Parker did not do a retirement tour. She didn't do a retirement tour. And I think this is going to be a great time for her to get her flowers. So guys, y'all better sell out that place. Sell out crypto.com arena on June 29th for this game. And to be honest with you guys, I'm seriously thinking about going to this game. I was not planning on going to LA Sparks game this year. However, I think I may have to. I think I may have to, because what an amazing career. And yes, Candace only played 2 seasons with the Chicago Sky, but I'm going to say this. The powers that be at the Chicago Sky, if y'all are listening to this, the fans would love it if you retired Candace Parker's jersey. Now, being with a team for 2 seasons, is that necessarily retirement level in general? No. However, it's one of those things where, like, you know, she's like just a legendary player in the game, and I don't know. Like, I yes, you need to, in my opinion, retire Courtney Vandersloot's jersey when she's done. Hands down, Courtney Vandersloot's jersey needs to be retired with the Chicago Sky. But I wouldn't be mad. If Candace Parker's jersey was retired as well. I'm just saying. So I'm probably have to figure out a way to get all my ducks in a row, so I can try to figure out a way to get to LA for this game, because I think it'd be fire. So yeah, shout out to the amazing Candace Parker, because truly you have had a legendary career, and we truly do appreciate you for just the amazing times that you have given women's basketball. It truly is amazing. So yeah, this is a well-deserved honor, and I'm very happy that you are finally getting your jersey retired. So Candace Parker, get a jersey retired. It's a pretty big deal. But guys, next up, let's have a conversation about something else. So yes. The Sweet 16 starts today. Yes, we've been told that Candace Parker is going to be getting her jersey retired. But now, guys, I do want to switch gears, and actually I want to focus on something else that's actually happening in the WNBA. And this actually involves another team. Okay. Now let's quickly get y'all thoughts about Candace Parker retiring. Angie says, I'm sure it will be sold out. WNBA is so hot right now. It better be sold out. It better be. Ace in Space says, Chicago should, Aces shouldn't. Yeah, Aces shouldn't. Yeah, they shouldn't. Mainly because she was injured for a huge part of her Aces run. So yeah, Aces should not. But the Sky, yeah, I wouldn't be mad if they did. I wouldn't be mad if they did. Hespata, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. H says the game is on League Pass. They should find a way to put it on ESPN or ABC. I mean, they just announced that it's going to be a jersey retirement, so like I wouldn't be surprised if ESPN picks it up. Because here's the deal: ESPN, they have the right to pick up games if they want. Like, they've done it in the past where there's been some games on League Pass where ESPN is like, you know what? Actually, we want to take this game. We're going to pick it up. And they do. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pick it up, especially because of Candace Parker, right? I think she's just someone who's so respected and whatnot, and in no way should that only be available on League Pass, in my opinion. Steph says Candace gave Chicago a championship regardless of only playing their 2 seasons. I don't care. I don't know when we will see another championship in Chicago, though. Facts. Facts. But anyway, guys, let's move on to the New York Liberty, who have announced a very awesome announcement.
This facility represents the belief that elite athletes deserve elite resources. What excites me the most is that it was designed by the players.
All right, that is the announcement of the fact that the New York Liberty have gotten their own dedicated practice facility. Now, this announcement was this announcement was made yesterday, and the renderings look pretty nice. Like they look not just pretty nice; they look extremely nice, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's awesome when teams get these types of announcements. Now, here's the deal: it wasn't like the New York Liberty was in a terrible facility to begin with. They already had their own. I believe they already had their own space amongst the Brooklyn Nets stuff. So they in 2021, I believe the New York Liberty announced that they had renovated, or they had created their own a separate Liberty locker room specifically for the Liberty. They also have really awesome practice stuff right now. So it's not like the Liberty are in a situation where like the Chicago Sky, where they're practicing at a rec center and all that stuff. No, the New York Liberty already had some of the cream of the crop stuff already, but the difference was it wasn't a dedicated practice facility for them. That's the difference, because they were using some of the Brooklyn Nets stuff, some of their stuff. Okay. But now the announcement is that they're getting their own dedicated practice facility, which is different. This is very, very different than just having having really, really nice stuff. So the New York Liberty have agreed to build a 75,000 square foot facility in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and they wanted to make a note that it is designed by players for players. And so let's get into some of the details about this practice facility, because the practice facility, especially the renderings, look super, super nice. Now, they are introducing a new, what they are calling revolutionary locker room concept, which is this. It's very interesting. Instead of having traditional lockers, each player is going to have their own private suite, which is interesting. Literally, each player their own private suite with a full height wardrobe, sneaker storage, a vanity with face illuminating mirrors and lights, and a 7-foot day bed for lounging and recovery. Literally, the players basically have like a micro room inside the locker room. So each player is going to have their own little area that they can go to, which is wild. It's cool. It's very, very cool. Okay. We will also see the team have 2 full practice courts. Now that's going to be inside. They're also going to have an outdoor basketball court as well. But the 2 courts inside will have remote cameras to track players for data tracking purposes. They'll also have multi-video displays for on-court film reviews as well. So instead of having to necessarily go to a area to watch film, you could just be on the court practicing, and then Sandy Brondella says, "Okay, let's take a break. Let's rewatch what we just did and let's fix it." All that stuff. Anyway, kind of wild. Also, they will have an outdoor basketball court as well that allows for players to be able to participate in clinics and other things, engaging with the community. So instead of them having to go out to a facility to engage with the community, they can just bring the community to them, which is Kind of cool. Thank you so much, LV, for the super chat. Really do appreciate that so much. Thank you. Marley Mars says it's private for each player. It's excellent. Yeah, it's definitely something new. I've never heard of, even in the NBA. Does the NBA even have anything like this? Like I've never heard of anything like this. Maybe I'm just out of the loop. I don't know, but it seems it's interesting. Lauren says, "LOL, I need a 7-foot day bed for lounging and recovery." It'd be nice. W Brazil says that's bigger than my apartment. Quintus says that's excessive. Hey, in order to make money, in order to win and to make money, you got to spend money. And the New York Liberty are like, you know what? We need to make sure our teams are the best of the best. And by doing this, we can make some stuff happen. Okay. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested for this. Now again, let's go over the revolutionary locker room concept real quick again. Okay. So they're not having traditional lockers. They are going to have a player lounge area, and surrounding that, each player will have their own private suite, guys, equipped with a full height wardrobe, a sneaker storage, a vanity with face illuminating mirrors and lights, and a 7-foot daybed for lounging and recovery in each of the private suites. Wild. Imagine that. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. And a huge, huge selling point for the New York Liberty. Also, that's not it. That's not all they will have in this 75,000 square foot facility. They will also have in-house player hair, and they will also have a, hold on, there we go. This is what I want to go to first. Okay. They will also have a indoor and outdoor training room as well. And this is going to allow players and team performance staff to create some like great recovery programs for them. And they'll also have a cardio balcony deck overlooking the practice courts. So like, you know, it's going to look nice. It's going to look nice. It is going to look really, really nice. They'll also have a full recovery suite, which will include steam, sauna, massage rooms, and a range of the latest rehab and recovery technologies, including hydrotherapy, hyperbaric chamber, infrared, and red light therapy. So they'll have a lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff. They'll also have a roof deck for player dining. So they'll have indoor, outdoor seating, skyline views with in-house private chefs to provide an elevated dining experience. So players, they wanna have a good meal. They can have a meal with a view with a private chef. I mean, like, dude, how cool is this? How cool is this? Okay, let's continue on. They will also have in-house player hair, nail, and makeup studio as well. So that means that players can book appointments and be able to, you know, finish practice for the day, shower, go to this area and get their hair and makeup done, get everything all good to go. Maybe they have a press hit to do or something like that, and they don't have to go anywhere. They can just get all of that stuff done in-house. Wild. They'll also have 2 private family lounges. I guarantee you, Brianna Stewart had a lot to do with this. I'm just saying. I guarantee she had a lot to do with this. It's going to include separate family and nursery areas. So, yeah, kind of wild. There's a lot of stuff that this thing includes. It's pretty nice. It is pretty nice for the New York Liberty. I'm just like, man, when you look at some of the photo renderings of this place, you just see how amazing it is. Like, again, the locker room looks pretty awesome. And also the practice area looks fire. Like look at how you can see the skyline in the practice area. You know? I'm just like, man, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. And again, guys, this is not the only team that's doing it. Like, this is the fad now where every team in the WNBA has either built something or has announced that they have something in the works. Again, 75,000 square foot practice facility in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. So it's not even that far from the Brooklyn facility. Chris says, do the Liberty have profits to cover this, or is this all on the taxpayer? I don't believe the taxpayer is paying anything. I believe this is all privately funded by Brooklyn Sports and Entertainment. That is the company that owns the Liberty, and they own the Brooklyn Nets. That is Joe Tsai's company. So Joe Tsai and Clara Wu Tsai, they own it, and they're funding this. I have not read anything about taxpayers having to do anything on this, okay? The team expects to spend $80 million on this project, okay? $80 million to get this thing fully off the ground. That is the projected price of how much construction and everything will cost. We'll see ultimately if it's more than that, if it's less than that. We'll see how that goes. But it's safe to say that the Liberty they're ready to spend that money. They are ready to spend that money, and sometimes you gotta spend money to win some championships. And they already won one, and they're looking to win a whole lot more. We'll ultimately see what happens from here. But I'm gonna tell you this: I am excited about what this means for women's basketball, because again, you're seeing more and more and more investment into the WNBA, and in large parts, from what I can tell, at least now, from what I can tell, guys, is that this stuff is in large part privately funded, right? Now there's nothing that I have seen that says that this is not privately funded. I don't see anything written about what the government is doing. So so this looks like it's privately funded. The Sky facility, you all know, is co-funded by the government and by the Chicago Sky. And so that's the thing there. The Dallas Wings have announced that they are looking to build a facility as well. We'll ultimately see where exactly that is, what that exactly looks like, what it costs, and ultimately who is going to be actually spending that money. But we'll kind of see as things go on. But yeah, I love it. I'm excited about what this means for the WNBA. And I'm gonna tell you this: this is just another thing that is going to make players be even more like, yeah, we want more money. We want more money because clearly y'all got some money to spend. So I'm just saying. Anyway, I do thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Let's get to some of y'all comments. We got Tanisa says, I love this. Shows the owners care about the overall well-being of the players. Facts. Derek says, sounds exquisite. It does. Yeah. $80 million. Yeah. For a practice facility. It's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Also, just for perspective, I don't have all the figures for what all the teams have spent on practice facilities. But the Chicago Sky, who should be building a new practice facility soon, their practice facility they're estimating is going to, well, originally when the announcement, they estimated that it was going to cost around $38 million. The Phoenix Mercury, they unveiled their practice facility last year, and that is 58,000 square feet, and that is worth, well, they're claiming that it's $100 million practice facility. So like, you know, a lot of money has been spent, right? A lot of money has been spent on practice facilities, and yeah. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. And if you're curious about how much the Las Vegas Aces spent on their practice facility, that was $64 million. So, oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. The Storm. Oh, I'm sorry. The Las Vegas Aces spent $40 million. They spent $40 million on their practice facility, and that's been open for a good while so far. And so yeah, we'll see how things kind of work out from here. We'll see. Yeah, the Storm's practice facility was $64 million. So wild. Yeah. Wild. I'm sure that Ellie the elephant will probably have her own home at the practice facility as well, because Ellie is a huge deal. You know, she's a brand in and amongst herself. So yeah, $64 million for the Seattle Storm. You know, $100 million for the Phoenix Mercury, $80 million for the New York Liberty. It's just money all over the place, you know? Money all over the place. And yeah, man. Teams, they got to spend that money to end up making some money. We'll see ultimately what other teams do, specifically the Connecticut Sun, because everybody is upping their game, and I'm just curious to see what the Connecticut Sun will eventually announce, because they're going to be the lone ones out, pretty much. They're going to be the lone ones out. And guys, don't forget the Indiana Fever announced their practice facility, right? And I believe the Indiana Fevers, there is some sort of partnership with the government on that. And so the Indiana Fevers practice facility is going to be $78 million. Okay. And I do believe there is a government component to that. Back when it was announced, I ended up talking about, I did a story about it and I talked about it. I don't remember all the details about it, but there is like a government component to it. Anyway, that is the story. Guys, what do y'all think? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, let me know. But guys, that is the stream for today. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. What would y'all do with all that money? With $80 million, with $100 million, with $78 million, what $35 million? What in the world would you do? I'm just saying, like crazy amounts of money. Crazy amounts of money. I'm just like, man, what would I even do with 1% of that? 0.5% of that. 0.03% of that, you know? Anyway, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Y'all have a great, fantastic day. Be kind to someone, be nice to someone, let people know that they matter, because they truly, truly do. Guys, it is Friday. I hope y'all are excited about it. Y'all have a productive day. Yeah, man, we got a huge slate of games that are happening today and tomorrow, and I will keep y'all up to date with what is happening on all of that stuff. And so yeah. So yeah. Oh, we got some takers that are saying what they would do with some of that, with that money if they got it. Okay. Maine says pay off my house and debt, man. Facts on facts. I agree with that. I agree with that. Quinta says build a house and give the rest away. Yep. Yes. B Will wants that money. Yeah, I mean that'd be pretty awesome. W Brazil says if I had 0.3% of that, I would rent one of those 7-foot day beds. Kentucky Rick says I build me one of those private suites for sure. That is hilarious. That is yeah. But seriously though, like I'm saying like 0.5% of 80 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, you know? It's a lot of money. Tanisha says 80 million debts pay off and travel. P says, get out of debt and take a month-long dream vacation. Why would y'all go on a vacation? Like, here's like I've always thought about that. I'm just like, I don't do vacations. Like, I never really have. Mainly because, like, vacations cost money. but like, if I did, like, I don't know where in the world would I go. Like, I guess for me a vacation would be to go to literally every WNBA team and go to their arenas and rock out with that. I feel like that'd be a dream vacation, just like going place to place to different arenas. Yeah, I would say that'd probably be a cool vacation. Or like during college season doing the same thing, like, going to like Duke, UNC, North Carolina. I think that'd be kind of fun. Anyway. Y'all have a good one. We ran off the rails on this one because it's a Friday. It is a Friday, and we gotta ramble a little bit. So hopefully y'all have a great day. Y'all, I will see y'all in the next one. I'll see y'all later today for some streams, and so yeah, rock out. Make sure to join me later today for what was the game I'm joining for? The LSU versus NC State. LSU versus NC State live. I will rock out with y'all with that. So it'll be fun. Anyway, have a good day. Be kind to people. Be nice to people. Show people with respect because you want to be treated with respect. And if you cannot have a good day, don't mess up anybody else's. Okay? All right. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all and happy Friday. See y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.